Well, hello.
What's up, everybody? Ooh, 19. That's a good roll. Yeah, dude, hopefully I got some people together to play a D&D campaign here soon. It'd be pretty fun. Oh, you're quiet again, buddy.
Well, no, I'd be down to play a D&D campaign with you, dude, for sure.
Oh, yeah, dude, it'd be awesome for sure. Just tabletop simulator, man, is what I'm going to use. It's like a nice little online game thing where it's basically, dude, the mod community for that game has made so many games. Like, if you want to play Catan with your buddies, I don't know if you've ever played Catan.
I've heard about it. It's almost like a.
Yeah, just like a hexagon settlement building game. It's real simple, but it's just this game. The mods for this game all free. There's just so much you can play. It's got like Warhammer and shit. There's nerd stuff galore.
Really high level nerd shit, it sounds like.
Amen, dude.
That sounds dope, though, dude. I like that. What sound do you got going on in the back?
Oh, my smooth jazz, dude.
People don't like smooth jazz, though.
Yeah, man, I wish it had a little more saxophone, man. Remind me of home.
You ever been to New Orleans, dude?
Oh, dude, fuck yeah. You don't. I think you were in school when we went.
Nah, I wasn't there. I wasn't there for that. Camo
Because we
Pearl.
went twice.
You did. I might
Sixth
film you.
grade. I could have swore you were in school with us in sixth grade. It sure feels like it.
No. I was not in sixth grade. I was there in the eighth grade.
Nah.
I was up in
Yeah,
the eighth.
because they took the whole entire sixth grade class to Angola State Penitentiary, and then we went on a field trip to New Orleans for a basketball game. I haven't been since I'm adult, able to go out and have fun. I have not been. That'd be awesome. Same thing with my gambling. I've still never gambled.
What do you feel like the experience in Angola was like? Though? Did you feel like it made you? Damn, I don't want to fuck with this shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I wouldn't like scared straight where they had like fucking people barking at us and shit like that. But you know, we sat down and we talked to a guy who's like, man, I was 23 years old. I got brought to jail for stealing a bike. And then, you know, I had to defend myself and I'm taking a guy's life. And now I'm here until I die, you know, just shit like that. Out there, you hear the sad stories of, you know, I was here for this and, you know, and then I killed a guy. Now I'm stuck. Yeah, dude. In sixth grade took us to jail because we had little badasses.
Damn, I wasn't there for that. Who was it? Who was you with?
God, Miss Cryer, I think her name was our teacher. It was I don't know if Jordan was there, but God, a lot of people. I'm sure you remember Tate,
Oh yeah, of course I remember. Tate.
like those guys. Yeah. Well, it was like
Brandon
our
was
sister
there.
class, so like 130 kids. It's like 3 school buses.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude, there was it was cool. You know, they gave us like a prison lunch tray and like I can't believe a prison has a gift shop, bro.
Really, I mean, honestly, they probably turned that prison into such a.
Dude, well, they do like a massive rodeo there and shit every year, every so often.
What, the prisoners doing the rodeo or like free?
Dude, I think like both, man.
Wow.
Like I'm pretty sure they have like cowboy poker, if you know what that is.
Say it again.
Cowboy poker, it's called.
I never heard cowboy poker.
It's like you sit in the middle of the ring with a table, 4 guys on chairs, and the last person to get up wins. And they just let a bull out. And then it's just 4 guys sitting around a table, 4 people sitting around the table. And last person who gets it wins. Just charging.
I found a video about the show. It's only like 2 minutes long.
Let's see it.
Like, so
Oh, dude, it's the crazy state of the world right now. I'm ready for this eclipse, dude. I'm in Texas, but I'm gonna be blacked out.
Is it going to be the worst in Texas? Like the craziest thing?
I don't know. It's just gonna be pitch black for, I would assume, just like it was last time for, maybe 20, 30 minutes.
Are you going to
Yeah. Dude, this is wild.
Are you going to look?
Yeah, you don't need audio for this. It's gonna speak for itself. Dude, this is crazy. I would never do this. I would ride a bull, but this is just stupid. What if you catch a horn to the head? Even though it's shaved down, that's gonna hurt.
Do you have echo cancellation going on right now, buddy?
I don't know.
Carl says you need echo cancellation. But yeah, you get a bull. You ever seen this shit where
echo cancellation's on.
That famous photo of the dude?
Here, let me turn my mic down a little bit, see if that helps.
The horn going straight through his jaw at the bottom, through his mouth.
Yeah, dude, no thanks. Hard pass. Did that fix it? Here, let me
tell a little story for him so we can see how you sound to these guys. You sound good to me.
Yeah, dude, I think it is me. Let me see here. I'm not really sure though. I'm not hearing it now. Say something, Jerry.
Yo, hey, Rex, badass bull.
Yeah, well, I have it turned on in settings here. I see. I'm gonna turn down my headset a little bit as well. Make sure you're not too loud there.
The echo cancellation is on. What's up, Cherokee? How you doing, dude? Camel Carl, how you doing? You guys told me about how your week's been so far. I know it's Monday, or it's Tuesday. Tripping.
Well, let's try my headset set on communication settings, see if that helps.
If these fucking listen, guys, I know that I'm only almost at 1,000 subscribers. All right, so I'm just saying we need, if y'all want to start watching fucked up videos like this woman who was beaten damn near to death in Mexico. I was in Taxco, Mexico. There was mob violence. The crowd turned on her and beat her ass there. Y'all wanted to watch that with me? We couldn't watch it on this stream though. Y'all have to watch it with me on a Patreon. Y'all gotta go fuck with my Patreon. The description for my Patreon is in the description of my channel. All right. The way to find my Patreon is go to my channel. Blah blah blah. Look at that. And I'm not asking the two of you guys who are watching this shit right now to go over there and get in the Patreon. But if you do, that would be cool.
All right, I jumbled around some settings. We'll see if it works.
See, if we wanted to go do an X dive, if we wanted to do an X dive, we'd have to definitely do it on the Patreon, dude. Because there's shit that's damn near like pornographic snuff murder shit.
No, I'm still here.
You sound good to me. So far, everything under the. I understand, my brother.
What do you understand, dude?
Got a little long. Oh, he said we're both 5x5. Hey, y'all, my name's still Lou.
I don't know what 5x5 implies there, bud. It's weird.
Yeah, it means we're squared up. We're good to go.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Nice. Dude, that's a nice way of putting it. That's funny.
Yeah, that's like a little thing of this. I only see it in the prepping community, the survivalist, this branch of YouTube community.
Well, as a carpenter, I can see.
Have you heard about this?
Not the ad for the platform.
I know it's crazy that we're using that shirt now and it shows the back.
Yeah,
Yo,
Rams vehicle into gate. Okay, let's see. FBI headquarters. It's a brave soul. Did they kill him?
Supposedly was a Navy veteran. His name is Irving Lee Bowling. He's facing a federal charge of destroying government property stemming from the crash that happened yesterday. It happened on Monday afternoon. In a DeKalb
Damn,
County,
this is crazy.
police spokesperson said Tuesday that officers have also secured warrants and state charges of interference in government property. Sounds like he's in
But
trouble.
like, why did I just see bomb squad? Is there bomb involved? They try to blow up the FBI?
You know, because that's somebody attacking the FBI agent. It's a crazy bastard, in my opinion.
Well, dude, this is probably bullshit PR for the FBI trying to get the fucking public relations to gain some trust back.
You think so? It's kind of make them look like.
Well, dude, it very well could be false flag. This is the FBI we're talking about here, you know.
Maybe
It's
to make it go.
just another 3 letters. The bastards.
What do you want to watch? You want to watch anything in particular? That's in North Carolina, Charlotte. No, that's not in Charlotte, Bubba. That's in fucking Atlanta.
I haven't seen a lot of stuff about Aleister Crowley. I believe how that was.
You want to deep dive into Aleister Crowley? Watch a little documentary.
Do you know who Aleister Crowley is?
Yeah, he was like a satanic homosexual kind of guy.
Oh fuck!
He definitely was like, but he was a Luciferian priest. He was into the Luciferian shit. What do you think? This one? I don't know if I want to watch biographic shit.
So this is what the song is about.
Let me hear it. They ain't trying to invoke Aleister Crowley. Then look how flipped up that is. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And that whole thumbnail was blurred out.
Yeah, that thumbnail was sick. I'm trying to find a decent Aleister Crowley documentary.
Let's see it. What's scary about live TV?
Yeah, this shit
Do
does
you think live TV is live?
Some of it could be like this right now, but as far as you know, this shit is also.
I think on like the public scale it is, but like you're not watching a game live in New York and California. I just don't think so. There's got to be some delay. I would assume.
Time traveling kind of shit.
Red Cow? Yeah, they did send, I think, like 5 of them over there. The red heifers?
Look at red heifers. It's just like really
you've had this, but I've had people throw millions of dollars in my face to do something I didn't want to do.
Oh, I've seen this. Yeah. Money talks, but that's how they get you. And then they get you on video because the secret can't run. Yeah, red heifers in Israel. Let's go. Apparently they came from Texas.
This is 10 minutes long. You want to watch this one?
Yeah, dude, I don't mind. I'm just chilling, bud. Oh, they did it already? That shit's alive. Not $110 for half an hour of counseling.
Shaq, I wanted to know if the red heifer sacrifice by Israel that is circulating in the internet and the construction of the third dome in Al-Aqsa Mosque have any significance in Islam? Like, is it among the signs of the Day of Judgment, the minor signs? Jazakallah khair.
Wajazakum. I've never heard of such a thing in Islam at all. And this is some of the bogus teachings of the Jews. And I'm not Jewish, I'm not a rabbi. So I don't know about these things. But in our religion, Islam, we have no mention of this, and it has no significance at all.
$110 half.
I would assume that's how the view of an opposite religion.
Yeah, I would assume that's how
Doesn't
it he
matter.
the fucking
The Israel-Hamas war
Yeah, that
seems to
shit
go
don't
down in
matter,
the history
doesn't
of humanity as we recall all the heavy damage and its terrible impact on the normally normal
that's
lives
exactly
of
what
innocent
that
people
means.
here. Not only that, but this event also hides scary
But
secrets
isn't
that we
there
probably
like a
still
wall
don't
over there
know.
that has to fall
Does
or
Hamas
something like
fear
that?
that Jews
Oh,
in Israel are
right
trying
there.
to fulfill a biblical
The
prophecy?
last wall of the
A
Temple of
story from
Solomon or
earlier
something
this
like
year
that.
went under the radar. On the 100th day
Yeah.
of the war between Israel and Hamas, a Hamas spokesman proclaimed that Israel's aggression reached its peak with the bringing of
We're
red
talking about
cows to the
a war
Holy
that's
Land.
happening right now, but
This
showing me
is a
footage from
reference to the
fucking
red
World
heifer
War One.
prophecy, which some Christians and Jews believe will usher in the building of the third Jewish temple and the end times. So, is Israel preparing to retake the Temple Mount? And was this why Hamas attacked on October 7th in the first place? Will the third temple be rebuilt? Let's find all the answers in today's video.
Did you
right
mean
now.
to post the links there, bud?
Yeah, just for
You may have heard rumors about red heifers in Israel, hushed whispers of cattle kept in secret locations, and
I was just making
clandestine
sure.
sacrifices
I'm
near
on
the Temple
Twitch,
Mount.
X, and
Or perhaps you even saw the statement by Hamas a little while ago that it was these red heifers that precipitated Operation Al-Aqsa flood. That's right. Apparently, the mere existence of some red cows in Israel triggered the October 7th massacre, according to a Hamas spokesman. The Middle East is a wild place, and this is about as mad as it gets. But when we take a closer look at the biblical origins of this whole heifer debacle, you'll see why it's all so significant. Significant enough
we're gonna
to
look.
start a war. Now the Lord spoke to Moses and to Aaron, saying, "This is the statute of the law that the Lord has commanded. Tell the people of Israel
He
to bring you a red
also
heifer
pop up
without defect,
want to.
in which there is no blemish,
Only Cherokee
and on which a yoke has never come."
or write down regular.
God's law given to the people of Israel at Mount Sinai included the requirement of perfect red heifers, no defects, no blemishes. The unyoked, flawless heifers become unkosher once hairs are spotted that are not uniformly red. They have to be perfect. What happens to these red heifers? Their fate is not good, at least from the cow's point of view. They are incinerated in complete totality, even including their dung. However, their death brings life. The ashes of the red heifer were required for proper priestly sacrifices to be made in order to make atonement for sin. Today, this passage about the red heifers is read in synagogues in the lead up to Passover, since it relates to ritual cleansing. The portion of scripture in Numbers 19 relates to this cleansing issue, as those going up to make sacrifices could only do so if they had been cleansed by water mixed with the ashes of a perfect red heifer. Ever since the temple was destroyed by the Romans,
Ladies
this
and gentlemen,
passage is read as
it
part
done
of the
ready.
Passover preparation.
Good to see you, dude. What do you got?
You know, they dead ass already killed these things.
Yeah, dude. Or I'm gonna let you guys chat. Give me 10
Shall
seconds.
take some ashes of the burnt sin offering, and fresh water shall be added to a vessel. Then a clean person shall take a hyssop and
The second American Civil War is going to make the Israel-Hamas conflict.
What the
dip it in the
fuck
water
am I
and sprinkle
watching?
it on the tent,
That
and on all
advertisement
the
was
furnishings, and on
wild,
the
bro.
persons who were there, and on whoever touched the bone or the slain or the dead or the grave. And the clean person shall sprinkle it on the unclean on the third day and on the seventh day. Thus on the seventh day he shall cleanse himself,
Like Lupin.
and he shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water, and in the evening he shall be clean. Midrash Tanchuma also contains the statement that the red heifer
Oh, there
is
we
what
go.
atones for the golden calf,
I had the stream
meaning
open.
that the ashes of red heifers have atoning power over sin, such as the sin of idolatry. These red heifers are like a key in rabbinic thinking to the time of the Messiah. They are a sign that the Messianic age is on the way, a time in which the temple will be restored. On Thursday afternoon, September 15th, 2022, at 5 p.m., 5 flawless red heifers arrived in Israel. They were originally spotted in Texas and were flown all the way from the USA. The Temple Institute, dedicated to the restoration of a Jewish temple, reported a modest ceremony was held at the unloading bay of the cargo terminal at Ben Gurion Airport, where the new arrivals were greeted and speeches were made by the incredible people who have put their hearts and souls and means into making this historic day become a reality. That's right. They found some perfect red heifers. They are being kept under careful watch, and not all in the same place. 3 are in Shiloh and can be seen by the public, but others are being kept safely elsewhere. More than that, a massive altar has been prepared in an undisclosed location in order to burn any that are still perfectly red.
What's going on, bro?
Passover, or perhaps 50 days after that at Shavuot.
Well, not much, man. Just kind of intrigued in this because
But
I
as
tend to
exciting
find
as
stuff
this
like
may
this
be for those
interesting.
dedicated to the law of Moses, it proved nothing short of a severe provocation to Israel's enemies. A spokesman from
it's
Hamas
definitely
gave
interesting.
a speech 100
Oh, for
days
sure,
into
for
the
sure.
war,
Especially with like
precipitated
everything
the
going on.
massacre of October 7th. We look back 100 days to remember the educated, the complicit, and the incapacitated among the world powers governed
Disappeared.
by the law of the jungle, reminding them of an aggression that reached its peak against our path and Al-Aqsa, with the start of its actual temporal and spatial division, and the bringing of red cows as an application of a detestable religious myth designed for aggression against the feelings of an entire nation in the heart of its Arab identity and the path of its prophet and ascension to heaven. Yes, these red cows have hurt the feelings of Hamas, apparently, and their presence has been interpreted as an intolerable act of aggression. It must be remembered that the entire operation on October 7th was named Al-Aqsa Flood. Like a red rag to a bull, news of the red heifers has signaled to...
You heard any news on this shit, bro? Like, has the red heifer been sacrificed? We saw some shit that said it was, but we're not sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do it on April 8th during the eclipse.
Hey, man.
Make
Let's see. I'm not Jewish. So, but
Oh, it says
I
it's
know-
to take place before Passover on April 22nd.
I'm no theologian, man. So I'm just here vibing, man.
So before that date, right?
You think? Yeah. So it's going to be before April 22nd. So, and when this eclipse is April 8th, this is with this massive altar. Oh wow! I've not. This is the first time I'm really looking into this. Turkey says 28, 29, 30. What does that mean? Do you guys know what that means?
It's probably a Bible verse.
I'll look into it.
Is he talking about a verse 28, 29, and 30? Is it? I think it's
Romans or Revelations 29, March, the date, the month.
Cherokee, come on here if you want to. Give us a little detail. It says,
all right.
since
Here
the
we
time of
go. I can read it to you. This is the book of Numbers. It says the book of Numbers, chapter 19, which is funny. 19. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, and unto Aaron, this is the ordinance of the law which the Lord has commanded thee, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, that they bring thee a red heifer without spot, wherein is no blemish, and upon which never came yoke. And ye shall give her unto Eleazar the priest, that he may bring her forth without the camp, and one shall slay her before his face. Eleazar the priest shall take of her blood with his finger, and sprinkle of her blood directly before the tabernacle of the congregation 7 times. The one shall burn the heifer in its sight, her skin and her flesh, and her blood and her dung shall be burned. And the priest shall take cedar wood and hyssop and scarlet and cast it into the midst of the burning of the heifer. And the priest shall wash his clothes, and he shall bathe his flesh in water, and afterward he shall come into the camp, and the priest shall be unclean until the evening. Interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was Numbers 28, 29, and 30.
Nah, that was Numbers chapter 19, 1 through 8.
Yeah, Cherokee was just talking about March.
Oh, he's saying March 28th, 29th, 30th.
Yeah.
I don't know
That
what that means. Timeline?
Describing everything that happened with the red heifer, correct?
Your volume sounds real low. Do I sound low?
No, you
That's
sound
probably
good.
me. I was having some echo issues earlier,
both
so I
you-
turned my
both-
shit down.
How about now? Do I sound louder now?
Yeah, you
Because
sound better.
this is what I'm messing with right now, dude, right here.
Nice.
Classic.
What do you just send me? What do you just send me? And I wish Mr. Brian says that there's only been 9 red heifer sacrifices. This is the altar that they're building to. Now, do you think how much of the red heifer situation do you think is bullshit, and how much do you think of it as real? What's up, Michigan?
All of it.
it's real.
So I just Googled red heifer, mentioned it in the Bible, and it says the red heifer is mentioned in the Bible in the book of Numbers and in the Epistle of Barnabas, which is not in the Bible. It says the red heifer is a symbol of Jesus Christ, as it sacrifices its blood to allow the children of Israel to enter into the Holy of Holies, or the presence of God. And the non-canonical Epistle of Barnabas, chapter 8:1, explicitly equates the red heifer with Jesus. The phrases "without the gate" and "without the camp" have also been taken in to identify Jesus with the red heifer and to indicate the location. So I don't know, it's basically like they're re-sacrificing Jesus Christ is almost what I'm taking from this red heifer thing.
I'm not Jewish, so I couldn't tell you what's going on over there.
And that's usually, there's one sacrifice. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, the sacrifice that needed to be made has been made.
When's the last time a sacrifice has been made? Do you think, as
Well,
Christians,
Well, dude, probably yesterday, bro. There's still Aboriginals out there that are sacrificing to God knows what.
what do you think they?
Well, the Muslim or the Jews rather are not. They don't sacrifice until they have the temple built in Israel. So I don't know. I guess they're just building an altar and gonna do it anyway, but they don't have the temple, the third temple. So, I'm not really sure about it. I'm more concerned with the eclipse than I am the heifer.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. And then they're turning back on CERN the same day, which is wild. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna be right. I'm like right next to
They're
San
turning on
Antonio.
CERN.
What do you mean?
That
they're
place
Let's
is
see if I
always
can pull this one video up.
If you can pull it up, dude, I'll share your screen. It's supposed to be half. You come right over San Antonio and Austin. You can go. You're gonna be able to see that shit, Chris.
What? Oh, dude, yeah, I am like I'm right next to. I'm like in between Austin and San Antonio. Is where I live. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna be full eclipse.
Dude, you should be live streaming, dude. We can live stream it and then solo.
Yeah, no thanks. I'll probably be at work, to be honest.
Take it short though. Make sure you do your video like this though, with the phone up.
Yeah, I got the glasses to look at it. Apparently, you go blind if you don't, or some shit like that. Who knows?
I'm gonna play this little video
All
real
right,
quick.
let me share my screen real quick. Let me see. You share this one. All right, there we go.
Okay, things are getting weird. The city of Austin is asking for more blood donations ahead of April 8th solar eclipse. Do they know something that we don't know? And if that's not strange enough, we have New York prisons on lockdown during the solar eclipse. But now let's go back to this article about the blood donations. Hey, Central Texans, if you are willing and able, an Austin-based blood center needs extra blood donations to help hospitals and first responders prepare for the massive influx of people and potential emergencies during the April 8th total solar eclipse. We Are Blood is the primary source of blood for more than 50 hospitals and agencies in 10 central Texas counties. The organization has been working with partners to determine the additional blood donations it needs to supply those hospitals ahead of the April 8th eclipse. And here's the reason they give: in case travel is impacted and We Are Blood cannot efficiently deliver blood to those locations that day, expecting hundreds of thousands of visitors to flock into large cities and small towns alike to view the rare phenomenon. San Antonio alone is preparing for an influx of up to 1 million visitors in the days before, during, and after the
Oh no, did he die?
traumas or
Oh, no,
accidents,
there he is.
which could cause a need for more patient transfusion in our community. And then also, how will the traffic affect our ability to to hospitals who need to be ready to treat patients during an incident that could occur? So I understand the logic here, but here's my question. Did this happen during
Why do they think there's so many instances that happen?
17
Like,
eclipse? Here's my question. Why in the world are prisons, I believe is the Department of Corrections, according to Hellgate, that's what a name right there, a system-wide lockdown will be put in place during the eclipse as a safety precaution. I can understand the explanation of the blood donation because of millions of people coming together, but why in the world are they locking down prisons? A memo issued by the department earlier this month reportedly states that all persons in DOCCS custody will be locked in their housing units between 2 to 5 p.m. Despite this move, the department allegedly made a large purchase of solar safety glasses to just what? And they spent money, like taxpayer money, to give these inmates glasses. Like, where's my glasses? Come on, mail me some glasses. Come on, what's going on? And why would they buy them glasses if they are going to be locked down during the eclipse? So what do you guys think of these two articles? Are they expecting some type of an event where they will need the extra blood, or is it just for precautionary measures? And why do you think they are locking down prisons during the eclipse? Are they just being overly cautious, or do they know something that we don't know? Well, we will find out in a week if anything happens or not. I don't know. I'm sure nothing's
do you think it's violent? Maybe it's blood they're going to use for a blood sacrifice.
Well, I think they could always use more blood, whether it be malicious or not.
Yeah, right. That's my first thinking too.
But it's crazy to think about. I have seen like traffic kind of increase in the last couple days. It feels like
It's in a big city, so there's plenty of hotels, plenty of places to stay.
I'm smack between two of them. I live right between Austin and San Antonio. a place called New Braunfels. They're both about 30-40 minutes each way.
And so you could go to either if you want to.
Well, I'll be able to see it from my backyard.
I
But
might
we'll
go
see what
live
happens. You know?
if like anybody in like the community, the kind of prepping community we're in, isn't live. I'm gonna go live.
Like, if the ground starts cracking and shit, we'll see what happens. I got guns and the sword,
Right.
so
I'm gonna be
What's the
out
worst?
live outside in my front yard with an AR on.
I get my brand or something. You know, someone's trying to sacrifice me to the god hand. I'm gonna go all guts on them.
I hope I'm. Are we gonna do it?
One of the things I saw says that you're muted. I think, bro.
Who, me? How about now?
No.
No, I can hear you now.
Reason.
Am I good now?
Yeah.
You're good now. That's loud.
This shit. Wait, let me fix it up. I'm trying to figure out this shit.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I thought the soundboard was a little loud too.
What do you got? You got the switchboard connected to the computer?
Do you have your mic audio running through the switchboard? That could be your problem with the why we can't hear you in and out.
Yeah, because you're moving your mouth,
The
but we can't hear you.
volume,
Y'all just keep on talking. I'm trying to listen to the little things I say here and there. 'Cause I gotta hook the switchboard.
So, Chris, this is a question that everybody asks right now. Is like, do you think the Scheist is in for the election?
Gonna what? Scheist in?
Make the election again.
Oh, dude, well, maybe.
Yeah, you think that?
I think it's very possible that you know, well, maybe not as much social media influence and, you know, what do they call it, gerrymandering and stuff like that, and hopefully there'll be a little more transparency in voter counting. I mean, as an American, I would hope not, you know, but I'm not gonna say the last election wasn't fair, but there's fucking questions that definitely got raised. Like, why is this happening like this? Why aren't Republican, whatever they're called, the watchers, the people who watch them count, why weren't Republican watchers allowed in? And, you know, shit like that needs to be addressed, in my opinion. So I think it's very possible that it can happen. I seen a guy take the program.
Well, then you had the water. You had the water leak.
Yeah, exactly, and they had to stop ballots for ballot counting.
You had the
4 hours.
Yeah,
and then that involves a
and then when they came back on, it was like Fulton County had just like turned to Biden.
Just exactly, just like questions that should be answered. That, you know, I would say the average person doesn't bat an eye to. They just take it at face value and say, okay, like you should be able to. But this is the government we're talking about here. But I definitely think that it's a very real possibility.
They've been doing this shit for years, dude.
Well,
You know,
dude,
they do that
I mean,
algorithm.
as long as we have an electoral college, I understand like why we need the electoral college. But as long as we have an electoral college, America will be as it's still like the few will have the power over the mass. But, you know, if you gave the one-to-one
The
voting
thing with the
power,
electoral college,
but if you gave the
is
one-to-one
I-
voting power to the citizen, like one-to-one, like the
I-
populace,
well-
bro, the populace does a lot of crazy shit. Like, people are fucking crazy. Like, I think if America had a one-to-one vote, like if that's how they did a presidency, like one-to-one, I think we'd be Democrat every time for the rest of time.
Like,
well,
like
it wouldn't make any sense doing a popular vote. If you, imagine if you have 50 states, and then only New York and only California voted, and just those two states voted for one guy and he won, when all 48 other states
Exactly.
said, nah.
in the western side of America, California alone has 60% of the population of the western side of the country, and that's from like the Mississippi River to the left. And
Yeah, that's crazy.
California, that entire section of America, California is 60% of that, which is wild. I hope not, though. As like a red-blooded American, I really hope our elections are fucking true and blue, as we try to enforce around the world.
I think
Americans
it will be
deserve
represented.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll eat the bugs. We'll eat nothing. We'll be.
First time too. I mean, honestly, I think nobody voted for Clinton, but they still like would have thrown a little bit of.
Hey, bro.
That was a part of their plan to add this because it's about to
I
get
was
crazy
so
after this
fucking
clip.
bro, I've never liked not one person I ever voted for besides Donald Trump. He's the first person that I actually liked voting for.
He's cool.
And I'm not saying Trump is that guy, and he's like the savior.
I honestly think he was
of
the first
America.
person
I'm
I
just
was
saying
able
that
to
he was like the first person where I was like, you earned my vote. I want to vote for you.
Let's see.
I'm trying to think who else I ever voted for. I think the only other election besides Trump twice was what's his name? The one-armed guy.
What, dude? We had a president with one arm, and I don't even know this.
I mean, he has like the messed up arm. He ran against Obama with the
John
lady from
McCain?
Alaska.
And Sarah Palin? Yeah, John McCain. Yeah, he can't lift his hands up above his shoulders.
Against
R.I.P.
Obama.
guy. I think he passed away recently, last year or something like that, not too long ago.
I think
It feels recent, dude. Dude, I don't know, man. Ever since like 2019, there's been like a massive time dilation, it feels like to me.
Quickly gone by, you think, or what?
Oh man,
I
not to
don't
me.
know,
I've been
man. I must
having
be
kids,
having
bro.
fun.
Shit. Yeah, you must be having a.
Yeah, must be having fun. That's the only thing I can think of. Everything just seems to be flying.
I've been counting by pregnancies.
Yeah, let's go. My daughter's probably 14 months now. I guess that's how they say that. A year and 3 months, 4 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 months.
Yep. You can still say 14 months.
Yeah, that's just weird.
It's easier to say.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely been a fun journey for sure.
I mean, bro, I can't wait
I've
till
been
I can
trying to
start
talk
getting my
about
kids
making
training.
friends. Let's go, dude. Little army. Free labor. It's the best part.
I need to get some child-sized body armor.
I'm in construction, so free labor, man.
Oh yeah, free labor on that homestead.
And that's free, like knowledge. That's free knowledge to the kids too.
Oh yeah, dude. Trade, man. If you're gonna learn a trade, any trade, I don't care. Any trade's a good trade, especially in today's times.
I think my boy left a comment, but it disappeared.
Damn.
What?
R.I.P.
I ain't seen no comment.
Did he say something racist? It probably has like
Yeah, it
auto
was-
deletion for some shit.
Hi,
He might have fucking got censored by the StreamYard people. Because I ain't seen shit.
He just said
That's
burn
just
that heifer.
Cherokee. Yeah, that's probably offensive to
Talk
the
about a
StreamYard,
fat
maybe.
So, yeah,
Who
they
knows?
come up burning the fat pig. Sort of thing.
Really?
I'm mad the price of steak is so high and they're shipping out our cows, bro. That cow needs to be up in Costco.
We're eating the cow.
They ain't even feeding us cows no more, bro. We're eating cloned cowians or something.
Clone cowie and shit. Like they make the cow and human DNA, born brain dead, and be viable meat.
Yeah. It's probably half swine, half rat, half cow.
Yeah, ugh, dude. Yeah, you ever see the videos of them? They're over there, like, I don't know what particular country they're at, but they'll be like cooking the rats. They'll be like healthy rats who live out in the country, but it's still a rat, and they'll just be.
Yeah,
is that a viable protein? You think that's viable? Like domesticated animal to raise, or what?
I seen somebody on a video. They had a pet prairie dog. It was pretty cool.
I feel
The
like
prairie dogs and the flying squirrels are pretty dope.
I had a pet like actual squirrel, like just a regular fucking squirrel from the woods. Found it as a child, and I cared for it.
If you raise it from a baby, you can have a pet squirrel.
Mm-hmm. But I learned you have to give it like shelled pecans.
Some people say possums are good to eat.
Dude, I mean, I come from a place that, you know, where you could probably still get that possum in a sack. Good old Louisiana Saturday night. I've never had it, but I've had like what is it called? Right now.
Sorry, guys.
It's like a chicken and a duck, but it's not neither, and it's not a goose. A guinea? That's a bird, I think.
A guinea?
That's probably about the gamiest thing I had besides like a hog.
What about a? You ever had a quail?
Quail? Nah.
Those are pretty gamey, but they're good though too.
It's like, do people? Is that like an edible thing? Can you eat a raccoon? I'm sure, right? It's just red meat.
What?
Eat a raccoon.
Yeah, but if that shit's probably like.
Dude, that probably tastes like shit. Yes, I wouldn't doubt it. Oh, the Hedron glider.
This is the shit y'all was talking about. I didn't hear about that too.
Yeah, dude. Did you see their opening ceremony for this place?
Have checked that out. It's crazy. All the Have you checked out any of the comments on the YouTube channel too, dude? Have you noticed any of that? People will be really saying shit.
Yeah, dude, I'll be looking from time to time. I usually check out every video that you. I got the bell for everything, so whenever it pops up, I'll scroll, and I usually try to say something. Like when people comment and stuff, I'll get a ping and I can go check out, make sure people aren't in there popping off.
Dude, for real. Seriously.
Yeah, I wonder if that's the scream, bro.
What's what?
Apparently, there's like some scream audio going around of like a girl screaming. And it's like an actual chick getting murdered from like back in like 2014 or something like that. And it's been used as like audio for like 6 years, 7 years.
Dude, you just gave me goosebumps straight up.
Mm-hmm.
What do y'all think, dude? Y'all think,
dude? And that's like a real thing. Like, here, watch. I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah, find it, and we'll share it. Anything you find and want to watch, we can share your screen too.
You're connected to.
It's crazy how we will be having some people watching this shit, but sometimes we really won't have anybody watching this shit.
No worries, yeah, dude. People come, people go.
Exactly. You're putting that in the correct way. Let me check out what's going on with the Twitterverse. Correct way.
April 8th and the eclipse on that day, with all the other anomalies that we've covered and that I've talked about in separate videos. We now have word that CERN is going to ramp up their physics in ISOLD, which is downstream from the PS booster, starting on the same day of the eclipse. This is going to be followed by the SPS North area on April 10th. This window is no coincidence to me. This is the exact same window that Aleister Crowley and his minions hold in high regard, a high satanic window for them. It's the exact same time CERN is firing up and going into motion here with these physics in ISOL. Now, they just fired the whole thing up in terms of starting it up and getting the engines kind of revving before the beams start firing. And they fired it up on March 22nd on 322. So all these numbers symbolic. And the antimatter factory is set to start delivering antiprotons to the experiment on the first day of Passover, April 22nd. A bunch of key dates tied into this whole thing, and it looks like CERN going to be doing more experiments, and we really don't know what's going on with all these experiments. We know that there is a collider, and they've mentioned before of trying to fold the fabric of the next dimension in on the current one, which is very interesting. But
weird.
This time frame of experiments in the eclipse, wow. I don't think it's coincidence, and I wanted to point it out and let it be known. Join me on the live streams Monday and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. You'll find links below. And as I always say, eyes to the skies.
This guy kind of gave me douche chills. It was kind of it was slightly a good little description of things, but I would have to say, as far as his thing at the end of it, that's all I'd have to say. For sure.
Oh, fucking 9 o'clock. Yeah, it's gonna be late for me. It's 5 o'clock. Let's come early. I still got to shower. Well, right on. Until next time, gentlemen. Y'all take it easy. I'm gonna try have a little bit of fun before I wake up and sleep away.
We signing off?
No, I am. I'm gonna get up at 5 a.m.
Oh yeah, that's rough,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm
Get
still
some
asleep,
sleep.
unfortunately.
But you gotta get the 5. I gotta
5
get
a.m. is no joke.
For now, at least, until I'm rich.
Yeah, dude, that'll be
Later.
before everybody.
Pilgrim, you're so quiet, bro.
My volume low.
Yeah, you're a little quiet, but
How do you hear me now? That's because I do have this nice.
it's just a little. I hear you, but it's just a little quiet.
I need to get an actual mic.
Bro, I got this one off Amazon. Look, you see this one?
That's dope.
Bro, this one was like $60 on Amazon. It sounds awesome.
That's a good deal. That's actually when I saw that caught my eye. I like this. I like the shape of it. It seemed good too. I looked at a couple of videos of it.
Yeah, it's solid. And then I just rock the regular cheap headphones, but
yeah, these are
it works.
these. I'm using this little.
Maybe that's what it is. Is your mic running through that?
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to get another mic and another headset and use this just for gaming.
Yeah, it looks like a gaming headset.
Mhm.
It would be dope though if that thing worked solid.
Let me I gotta go. Let me go run off for a second. I'm gonna leave the video right here. You can talk. I'm not gonna like have it I don't know why
Good.
it's like not with comments.
Who's how many are in the chat? Because I can't see.
How many are in the chat? Right now we have one person in the chat. But that's a subject to change. That's subject to change though for sure.
Yep.
So one thing, I'll be right back. If anything, dude, we could try to do the whole what are they, the whole, because I figure on a PC
We can hop on mine, bro. I'll
you wanna fuck with that shit. 'Cause we could also do the whole. You could do that, dude. We could.
I'm on a PC right now.
on your we could do a vertical thing from your you go to YouTube, you could do the live stream on your shit, but you could do vertical. And that could easily, you know what I'm saying? Like all the people our shit would be watching it, plus a bunch of other people.
When you do vertical, you can do it from StreamYard, or you have to do it from a phone.
You can do it from the desktop version of YouTube, which I can't really do now, right? Because I can't log into Google for some reason.
I don't know how we do it where like I stream from mine and from yours, and we stream from both.
I think that we can do that because I have I upgraded to get the new. I upgraded just now, so you can have multiple destinations. Like I think.
Yeah, but I haven't paid for it. Yo, this ceremony, this is the CERN opening ceremony of CERN, bro. This ceremony, I watched this when it happened. I was on this when the day it happened. And bro, this. No, you weren't, bro. I was on this years and years and years ago, the day this thing went down. And this is in Switzerland. So you got the Egyptian bugs, right? The beetles. You got the goat. Oh, man. It's called the tunnel ceremony. And this is on the outside. So this is like already an hour into this ceremony. Inside the tunnel, it's even crazier. But yeah, look at this. Look at this crap, bro.
Why are they so obsessed with
these people? Gotta go, bro.
Yeah, dude. Switzerland is the capital of the deep
These
state.
people gotta go, bro.
Have you heard that before? That's why Switzerland's always neutral, because they're like behind everything. Like where they
Swiss banks, bro. It's because the Swiss banks.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yep. Oh man, so who you think that is? I wonder who that three is. Putin, probably Biden, and let's see. Putin, Biden, and what's the dude in Israel? What's his name? Cherokee, you back in that chat, brother? Who's our one chat person? Go ahead and throw one up. Yeah, look at this. To the time warping. Speeding up the clock, like the Bible says, he shall shorten the time. Oh yeah, this is great! Yay! Yay! What a fantastic Oh, here we go. Some Nazi-looking MFers. Oh, now we got a colon commercial. How fitting. Every night as they sleep, holding on. Oh, man. Everybody. Listen, type 2 diabetes comes from your pancreas. So it ain't got shit to do with sugar. It has to do with you having an effed up pancreas. And you need to cleanse that shit out. And pretty much everything they tell us is dog trash. Dog trash. All right, let's go. Come on, let's go back to the CERN opening ceremonies of the freaking Moloch and the scapegoat and all the other nasty crap that they show us. It's disgusting. Damn, this is a long commercial. So, what's up, everybody? This is Pilgrim X. I'm holding it down. Pilgrim stepped out for just a second. He'll be right back. And this is Red Dawn Readiness. Holding it down for just a couple minutes while we wait for Pilgrim to return. And we've been discussing the red heifer, the eclipse, CERN setting off their particle accelerator on the same day as the eclipse. There's also been reports of certain toxins, biological attacks that could be happening due to everybody being outside. A lot of these biological attacks, and something I've seen, this is all speculation, by the way, 100% speculation and theoretical news-ish information that's not proven, but all theoretical. And apparently some of these biological attacks, if they release it into the atmosphere while the sun is being hidden, and the wind, because there's certain winds that are actually traveling in the same direction as the eclipse, that they can get this biological attack to go through where the eclipse is headed on the same path. And the sun normally dissipates when they put something into the atmosphere. The sun kills it. But without the sun being there and everyone gathered outside at one time, it's an opportunity for them to commit some type of terror attack on all the gathering woe watchers of the eclipse. Oh, this guy over here is doing a commercial. He looks pretty healthy for his age. He looks a little bit like Mike Pence. I'm not sure if that's Mike Pence's brother, but he looks like him. And he's going to tell everybody, exercise, because you definitely need to exercise. So, yeah, the more you exercise, the better in shape you'll be. Don't eat crap and exercise. This guy's commercial right here. Thanks, buddy, for that information. It's all new information to the world. I guess most people don't know. So somehow you're getting paid to tell everybody. Exercise and don't eat shit. I'm just radioing over here, brother, holding it down, waiting for you. I think you're muted. Can't hear you.
I said, okay, my bad. I was saying Dr. Drew is fucking full of shit. I was saying how many celebrities have died going on his show afterward. And then I had
Is that
said,
Dr. Drew? Tell me he don't look like Mike Pence.
Oh, he does definitely. Maybe it could be, you know how lizards, so they'd be having similar skin being printed out. If you believe in the lizards.
Yo, so is that a blanket behind you that you have hung up?
This is a tapestry.
Tapestry.
I had it out around like solo hanging around me before, but then I added this bookshelf. Well, this is my girl's bookshelf.
I always think of the Three Musketeers when I see it.
Yeah. Dude, that's dope, dude. I got it. I'm really into like medieval shit. So I would say my thing is if my ideal society would be like feudal kind of society. So I kind of like to have like the art.
I like that too, bro. It's like we still have metallurgy, but you know, you could build solid structures and you're straight chilling. No one can track you. Everybody's a freaking warrior. Everybody's a gardener. You know.
Yeah, dude. And the way I look at it too is like the warriors own all the people that are doing all the other shit usually, but in a way it's like a give situation. Like, you know, you're training all day, to protect these people if the need be, but they're growing the food and doing all that shit for you. So it's kind of like that's why I think feudalism, honestly, dude. Like in a post-apocalyptic society, that would be the way it to go.
Absolutely. I mean, but before the medieval times, it pretty much has gone that way forever, man. That's how it rocked out forever. The only thing was the medieval times. That's when they started building castles and stuff. You know, people started acting like they were forming these higher level government structures.
Yeah, there was medieval times, really, if you look at it, was a post-apocalyptic shit at the fan era because they lost a bunch of technology and they had to grow back up to get back to the level they was at, so they could advance it from what that level was supposed to be heading towards before they had the setback.
Have you ever seen Batman Begins?
The one with Christian Bale?
Yeah, the first one that he did.
It's been so long, I'm gonna have to watch it again. But fuck yeah, I have to.
Where he becomes Batman and he gets trained by the League of Shadows, and Liam Neeson is like the head of the League of Shadows, and he's basically like, we destroy societies throughout history and rebuild them the way that we want them once they get out of control. I just think of that all the time.
See, dude, I think a lot of times Hollywood, they get their little things like that into movies as kind of like a fuck you from the elites to regular people, saying, you know, here's a little hint that a select few of you will look into, and you think, oh, that's weird. You know?
Yeah.
Well, not even. I
100%.
think the Bible speaks of secret societies, if I'm not mistaken. I have to look into it.
Well, it talks about certain groups doing secret stuff. That's all wicked, you know.
But you know, so many chicks that I've known, they've always fucked with like tarot cards, and it's kind of a wicked shit. Oh, it says right here in Ephesians 5:12, for it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret.
Yeah.
It's not
I
good to
believe
be
it.
doing shit in secret.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't talk about it, but it's also like, man, someone's got to shine the light on these evildoers, bro, because now what they're doing is so wicked that it's affecting, you know, they used to do it in their own little groups. Because back in the day, bro, they didn't have an FBI and stuff protecting them. And nowadays, bro, it's like they're affecting the whole world.
Dude, it's almost like some Assassin's Creed kind of shit for real, dude. Because you got these two opposing factions, you know, that are on two different sides of the field of it, dude. And it's crazy how to think, you know, and they would be in it. You know, did you see that short that I put out of the dudes doing this little thing right here?
Yep.
You know, but I guess that's a common occurrence in the corporate world. But
nah, bro, that dude that commented that was out of his mind.
Nah, he was lying. First of all, just trying to sound cool. You know, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, he's lying.
Bro, as long as I've been on YouTube, dude, if I see someone comment and I haven't seen their channel before, I'm instantly like, all right, this could be just a troll account.
Dude, there are a lot of troll accounts, dude. I stopped doing like as many lives with other people and other things. Let's just focus on this shit, like with the shorts, because I was hanging out with some like troll community kind of people, dude. Not really like troll, but I guess so there were trolls in another realm that I wasn't fucking with. But I got scared of fucking with that shit, dude, because you know, these trolls are out there and they'll create multiple accounts just to mess with you. You know, and I think it's troll. At first, I was thinking, I was like, yeah, you know, my shit, my little 933 ain't shit. You know, why would they? But I feel like some of these hackers that have no lives, you know, and I'm not talking bad about anybody that's a hacker. I hope that they are nice. I hope that they treat me with kindness. But you know, dude, they would if you said they saw some shit they didn't like, they would destroy somebody as small as this, dude.
Bro, I
Shout
don't
out
even
to
have
them.
300 people yet, and I feel like they would destroy my channel. And I'm like,
You're on
I got them. Yeah, I'm on the radar. I think just my name alone, I think, puts me on the radar.
Dude, yeah, your shit. I've noticed though, since you've been doing them shorts, it's been that shit's been going. It's been going up from. I went from 230 to 260 within this past 2-3 weeks.
Yes, sir. I'm hoping I can keep it rocking, man. I'd like to get to 1,000 and get monetized, but I know like the way my channel is, like I don't know if Magic Prepper is monetized, but like I feel like my channel is probably, I gear it to be more like Magic Prepper, but with maybe a little bit more religion and conspiracy stuff.
A little bit more edge to it. Magic Prepper is dope. He's the whole reason, honestly, he's the inspiration why I was like, man, let me try to start a YouTube channel. You know, like that's kind of what got me. Him and Angry Prepper is what got me into survivalism and prepping. You know, I'm definitely not as good on my preps and my tools as I should be at this moment in my life, but I plan on getting there again soon. Yeah, Magic Prepper is dope though, and you kind of honestly, your equipment, the videos of you and your equipment, dude, that's badass.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I really like doing because I do train and like I go through equipment. Dude, I might even send you some equipment, bro, because I got some extra stuff that I don't be using no more to hook you up.
Dude, fuck yes, dude. Dude, see shit. Let me show. I'm about to like show you one of my fucking favorite. The shit. For some reason, this was badass. I thought. Oh, dude, and the whole thing with the whole monetization thing, I found out your watch hours from your shorts don't count towards your watch hours to help you get monetized.
Really?
Yes, because now I have like 15 or so, like I think 2,000 watch hours in shorts, but it's not counting towards it. Let me see.
Yo, that Yertle the Turtle was banging.
Yeah, I like the helmet.
Yo, this is Yertle the Turtle, written by Dr. Seuss, and I'm gonna rap this bug. On the faraway island of Salamasan, Yertle the Turtle was king of the pond, the knights of the pond. Yo, this is Yertle the Turtle. I'm gonna rap this bug. On the
Go ahead and like
island,
all those, bro.
water was warm, there was plenty to eat. The turtles had everything turtles might need, and they were all, yo, this is Yertle the Turtle, written by...
If you click on the original one, it's longer, you know, because they only let you green screen for 15 seconds.
No, you can do 60 seconds, pimping.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh. But you can't
How
do
you
the
do that?
cutoff. You got it. So right underneath the damn. I wish I could log into my fucking. It won't let me log into. I'm not gonna be able to log in on my computer to my YouTube until
Gotcha.
tomorrow.
Yeah, that play carrier was my buddy's. That one's not even mine. I got mine, obviously, but that one was his. Yeah, bro. I'll be doing more reviews of stuff. I just got a new play carrier actually that I'm gonna do a review on.
You know, that a good idea I believe for that would be to do a video like a 5, 6, 8, 9, 10-minute video and then cut it up into a short. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what
and
I need to
also
do.
a live stream of you fucking with it too. You know, because the live streams and the videos are how you get the watch hours. But you can get monetized.
My live streams be banging, bro. I usually have like close to 20 people in the chat. But I have like when I started on YouTube, bro, I like go on to a lot of gun tubers, like I'm on their live streams, and then I'm on prepper channels too. So like my whole chat is filled with like gun tubers and preppers, which is kind of awesome because that's like who I'm. The only thing sometimes is like I feel like I have to not do like super basic stuff because most of the people I'm talking to already know the basics, and I'm usually trying to like talk like up like maybe that second or third level up, but like I want to start making videos for like the basics of getting started in certain stuff.
Because if I feel, you know, that's something I think of. Like a lot of times I'm tripping. I'm like, where do I start at? Like, what piece of equipment should I get first? You know, what how much of this do I need to go with this? You know, more videos like that to explain it would help out.
Yeah, I mean, we could dive into it right now if you want to.
Let's go. Right now I'm unarmed though. I sold all my weapons. A couple of I sold all my weapons.
You sold all of them?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah, I was hanging out with this chick, and I was just like wanting more money to go to music festivals and go to Colorado and shit, Kentucky on vacations, which turned out to be a mistake. But I'm working my way up to getting back again. I'm working my way up. At least
the
a 12
first
gauge.
thing. Yeah, bro, you can get a 12 gauge for like $300. I would just order all of it from Palmetto State Armory, bro. They have the Pay in 4 app on their actual site. So you could order something and pay it in 4 payments. You ship it to an FFL and pick it up. I would say the only 3 things that are probably super like solid to have is have a rifle that shoots a rifle cartridge, have a shotgun and a pistol. And I mean, other than that, shit hits the fan. You can't carry everything anyway.
I like the little. I like that little. What is that? A Tech 9 or what is that thing where it's
The one that I have the short on, that looks like the grease gun.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, that's that Tech 9. I don't have. I work at a gun store part time for free, just because I'm really close with them, and they're like a small mom and pop store. Yeah, they hooked me up for helping them out in there, and I try to bring a lot of customers in there, and then like when I'm in there, I help out as much as I can. But that was like those shorts do really well. So like when weird stuff comes in the store, I'm just gonna start making shorts of. I did another one of a Mac 11. I just did one of the Mac 11. Yeah, there you go, bro. So I would just grab if you can't get a Glock, I would get a Palmetto State dagger. Nah, I don't get that. Oh, that's not bad though for $279. But go to
dagger at.
Hold on, let me make you on the big screen. All right, scroll up to the top. Go to Palmetto State Armory, the 3rd pistol.
Right here.
No, just where you were. Come off that. Get off of that, or just go to PSA to the far left. Far left. Yeah, right there. You can go there too.
I like this AKV.
So then hit dagger. Yeah, bro, the AKV is dope. That's like the one other thing I've been thinking about snagging, that or a Jackal. So these are what I would cop. I mean, the dagger you can get for like $300. If you go and buy just the slide and the lower separate, yeah, it's a Gen 3 Glock clone. So it takes Glock magazines, and it comes where you could put a red dot on it. And I mean, dude, that gun for that money is probably the hardest thing to beat out there. And what's nice about it is you could buy all Glock parts. Like Glock parts are so accessible on the internet. You can buy any Glock parts you want and customize them.
Fuck, dude. And what kind of equipment do you need to do that? I hate to
just punches. You get a set of punches and just a little hammer, and you punch it out. And you could always call me and I'll walk you through all that stuff. Or YouTube has plenty of videos on how to do it.
Dude, we'll fucking split screen alive doing this shit.
And then if you go to, like, if you wanted an AR, look at that right there, $800. Bam. And a pistol, bro.
Fuck, that is.
You can't beat Palmetto State Armory, dude.
Yeah, that's
you
all
can't beat that shit, bro. You get a little optic or a scope or a red dot, and throw it right on that rifle, and you are ready to freaking rock. And then you just grab a holster and a belt.
Like a badass utility belt style deal. Like the way Magic Flipper has his shit up, dude. Like his setup is like the setup you was using was pretty cool as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you go to my channel, you could see I did a whole video on like Glocks and Palmetto State daggers.
Right now. I like to kind of keep these at like around like around an hour 20, an hour 30.
Cool.
But we can keep it going even longer than that. What time is it
So
where
go
you're
to
at?
regular videos. Yeah, I mean it's only 10:25 here, bro. I'm chilling.
Yeah, we're chill. Okay.
So that's a whole video on concealed carry holsters. If you go to the range training video,
I think I had a buddy share this out too.
like that's all the type of gear and stuff for like going straight Rambo on everything.
What caliber is that? That's like 5.56 or that 308?
Yeah,
My
that's
boss-
5.56.
my boss has a some badass guns for sure.
You should definitely stick with 5.56 or 7.62 by 39 AK round.
So should I get an AK or an AR for my for a rifle?
I think in America, bro, you should get an AR because magazines are easy to find, parts are easy to find. If you need to replace anything, bro, everybody has multiple ARs in their house. So if you get used to running the AR, you'll always like it'll never fail you. Oh, that's like a lot of that's like my older belt. I have a newer belt from now and a different plate carrier, but like you start with what you can get, man. I tell you, every single piece of equipment and stuff I buy, I do it on that forward payment, Klarna, Amazon Klarna, or whatever. Even if it's $35, I Klarna that shit and pay $9 every 2 weeks.
You get it. What's that? Militant Roots to grow food. Wow, that's what I'm doing.
Militant Roots.
You got a garden going on, dude?
I got to run into Militant one time.
Nah, really?
Garden?
Yeah, you got a garden going on? Like a little I have a little
I have trees. I have a bunch of fruit trees. I have oranges, avocados, I have papaya, olives, mandarin oranges. I have, bro, and then I have chickens. I have 13 chickens.
So you're good. You have the shit go. You have the food going on. The only thing right now, as far as the meat goes, I have my cat and my dog, and I don't have to eat them. But I have plenty of fruits and vegetables.
No.
For sure. I just wanted to get
Actually, there was a time, I don't know if you remember when Ghost and Backwoods used to do a live together. That's the KP9, bro. That thing is nasty. It's an AK 9mm. That's my buddy's. That's not mine. And we were using some low gassed ammo, so it had a problem. But
right there.
That thing is nasty.
That looks cool.
It went full auto for a second. The video sped up a little bit, so it's hard to tell. But there's a case that got stuck in there, and it ended up shooting full auto and then getting stuck.
You say it was inferior ammo. I like that. I like your logo too. That's dope. But the ammo you're saying,
Yeah, I forget. I got that from somewhere. Yeah, I mean, because it's an AK and the kind of AK it is, it's direct blowback. It needs a little bit more high pressure ammo than what we were using. Go to the top. That SIG versus Glock to the far right on the top. Yeah, I showed daggers and all kinds of stuff in this one.
What's the weather like where you're at, dude?
Hot as shit.
Well, my mom and them live down in Florida. I'm coming up here to visit after the eclipse.
Who's the winner? Which one you're taking and why? Put it down in the comments below. Let's get into this. So, give us some backstory. First carry piece was a Hellcat. You can fast forward, and then I'll show you where to pause, and then I'll show you the daggers. Or if you want, I'll pull it up on my screen so I can just I'll know where it is, and then I can screen share it and fast forward.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Throw it up.
Let's see. Because then you get an idea of how these daggers can be turned into like freaking total Glocks. Let's see. Screen present, screen share, YouTube. Let's see. Screen sharing.
Here we go.
Like which comes on the 19X mags. So that's a Palmetto State dagger right there, bro. And you can get it with a full size grip that holds 17, or you can get it with the 15 round, which is a little shorter and better for concealment. I think if you were only gonna have one, the shorter one's a little better.
The shorter ones would be better.
If you sign up for their because you can use the 15 round magazines or the 17 round magazines, and if you get the longer grip, you're stuck with 17 round magazines.
And I didn't mean to interrupt you. What was you saying?
Hold on one sec. And I'm gonna just go here, but I'll find it. It's like the 320 where you have a grip module, so you should be able to change the grips and the slide lengths and all that stuff. Hopefully we'll get to that point. I got a thinner optic plate because my Echelon, you have no optic plate. So I wish they'd make an Echelon in this. There we go.
What's that?
So that's the other dagger, like 15 rounds. I think you can build them cheaper than like I think you saw that deal where it was like 360 for the dagger and the AR. But if you buy all this stuff in pieces, you can get it for even cheaper. Like the lower part of that gun is like $49.99, and then you can buy the slide, and you can even get a slide off eBay that'll work for like $150. And then you can buy a barrel for like 30, 40, 50 bucks online. You could piece out that whole thing and build it for less than $300. And it's pretty much a Glock.
That's probably gonna be my next project I'm working on then.
Yeah.
I feel underpowered, you know what I mean? Like
bro, you gotta have something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, I feel.
So if you don't have anything, that means you're not carrying every day. Then.
Fuck no, dude. Yeah, I have like a pocket knife and shit, you know, but I mean, shit.
At least he's carried out.
You know, and that, you know, if it does get down to a crazy enough situation, that would be, you know. But I've always felt, anytime I've ever had been carrying a pistol with me, there's just something I've always felt, just felt right. You know what I mean? I felt like no matter what situation I was in, I was gonna be okay. How many
It
stories?
definitely gives you that power feeling. You're like, you don't feel as like, what's the word? Like on edge. You're like, nah, I'm good. Like, I mean, if someone starts shooting, then someone starts shooting. It don't really matter what you got if you get hit with a bullet, but if you start carrying medical and a gun, it's like pretty much, bro, you're gonna get out of there and get back to your house. The other big thing for me was like protecting the weak, man. Like protecting old ladies, protecting people in a grocery store, protecting, because so many people just don't think about shit. They leave, and I was like that. But as a young guy, you feel like, dude, at 26 years old, I could hand stomp just about anybody, and I still can, but I definitely feel better doing it with a gun. Like the situations that arise now are definitely more dire.
Yeah, it's because you're a family man now. You know what I'm saying? So I assume it's a lot more shit you gotta be willing to like kill for. And it's fucked up. I get
Absolutely.
pissed when I see people messing with innocent people. I'll see an old lady or a small woman or some shit, or those are gonna be like the prime victims of violent crimes most of the time, as far as being mugged
Yeah.
and robbed. A
Yep.
lot of a
Sickos
lot of
go
people.
after the weak, bro.
Fuck yeah, the sickos go after. Have you been watching that that fucking behind the set or quiet on the set shit?
No.
My girls have been watching it. Have you heard about it?
No.
What, dude? It's about how Amanda Bynes, all the Nickelodeon people, was getting like, Drake Bell was fucked. You ain't never heard about this shit?
No.
I'll show you. I'm gonna have to show you this real quick.
I mean, I probably watched that shit for years and years ago of like how much they messed up Amanda Bynes and what's the other chick's name?
Was fucked up. Zoe the Britney Spears sister. She got pregnant by the fucking one of the producers. They're saying. I don't know if I believe that one.
Oh
but
yeah, I've seen all that shit, bro.
Hopefully,
Bro, the twins one, the two twins. Bro, Drake is from Disney. Christina Aguilera is from Disney. Justin Timberlake's from Disney. Britney Spears is from Disney. Like, dude, the list of what's going on at Disney it's no joke, bro.
Disney's always been on some sick shit. I don't know if always, but they know the children.
Oh no, bro. They're into witchcraft and wizardry, bro. They're into being warlocks.
I'm running away from the
Oh, this is nasty, bro. You know what that's about to happen.
'cause no one comes to my house anymore. No one knocks on my door. I kinda relate.
I can't hear you good, bro.
Decisions I have made.
You know who that looks like right there, right?
Who's that looking like?
That looks
Who that
like the kid from the Goonies mouth who came out with the talking about all the pedophile stuff.
Oh, his music is fucked up. Have you seen him lately?
Who?
Corey Feldman.
What's his name?
Corey Feldman.
Corey Feldman. That's right. That shit looks just like Corey Feldman.
They get fucked up.
Yeah.
I think. Something happens to these guys. Something happens to it turns them dark. This chick,
that's one of them.
She's like, I wish she wrote a book called I'm Glad My Mom's Dead, I think is the book.
And we get had a spoon. I had a spoon. This is why I'm in Hollywood. Yeah. Eat your cereal, kids.
Me too.
Because I will tase her if necessary.
Uh-oh.
I have the taser. We haven't had to use it in a long time.
I said lots of nice things.
No, I said nice things about you too.
Oh.
Weird.
That's going to get on TV. That's going to get on TV.
Bro, these people gotta go, bro. This is the one thing, Pilgrim. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Now that I got kids, I'm so furious about this shit. If I had enough goon squad to goon squad up, shit, I go goon squad if I had to, or if we could. But
Dude, I'd like to go. I wish that we could not get in trouble, like, on the-
that's Ariana Grande.
Yeah, she was on the first bit. She was on she had the start of it. She was talking-
They gotta go, militant. These mugs gotta go, bro. They need to go do this shit in Switzerland and stay the hell out of our country.
Looking, listen, he looks like a weird.
Episode of iCarly when this British guy came on the show and called everyone a bunch of hobknockers. So I looked up what it meant on Urban Dictionary, and what is this show?
The hobknocker.
Bro.
So it was like God, Amanda Bynes. Have you seen Amanda Bynes?
Bro, you gotta
now?
feel bad for these kids, bro.
Fuck yeah,
Oh,
dude.
man,
Then
she messed
there,
up.
there was a period in time, dude, whenever people talked shit about these kids whenever they were going through shit in their early 20s, whenever they were going through all the shit. They're like, oh, Amanda Bynes is crazy, Paris Hilton. These people grew up in a cult.
A cult, and they were drugging them and all kinds of stuff, bro. This
lot
is
of them-
MK Ultra. Like, they're running MK Ultra the whole time out here.
Yeah, and it was this was the stuff that everybody was we all
I'm
grew
gonna
up
check
watching.
these out, bro.
It's on the Prime,
Yeah,
or
I'ma
not,
check.
not Prime, but on HBO Max, the full series.
Bro, they sell they do this sick shit and then sell it back to us for entertainment, bro.
Yes,
all the
dude,
time.
I did not think about that. I did not.
That's
think
even
about
more rubbing it in our face, bro. It's like no one's gonna get in trouble, bro. We can tell this story to, and they'll watch it and eat it up. It actually falls into that Kabbalah shit where it's like we tell you what we're doing, and as long as you don't stop us and you allow it, then you're the one that's out fault, and you're the one that's fucking sinning, and you're the one that's going to hell.
They've got us in a trance, try to put us in hell. They don't think they think that they're gonna be able to escape the hell that's coming.
It was a different time.
I think they know they're not going to escape it. They're trying to bring as many of us with them as they can. That's their goal.
Twitter that night, or
It's honor God. Have you ever heard about universalism?
on the day of sentencing for Brian.
What, like the Catholic Church?
Not see. It's like a thing where at the end of time, everything will be forgiven, and we'll all just be in a oneness with God. And it's connected to like some really.
No, I don't believe in that.
See, and that's but
I think
I
they
go.
call it like the singularity.
Is that what it is? Where it's the oneness?
And my
I believe, I also believe kind of in Calvin. I had a friend that kind of got me on Calvinism, where Calvinism is this, that you're preordained to go to heaven or hell before you're even born.
Well, it's not that you're preordained. It's that God knows who's going and not going because he knows the future and the past. So he knows if you're going, right? Because he's God. It's not like this mystery to God whether or not you're going to heaven or not. He knows before you were born who's going to be there in the end.
There was no reason to.
So the thing about Calvinism is they try to act like I'm chosen, and it's like Calvinism's just a false spin on stuff, bro. Anything that's named after somebody or some like this is the quick, like Calvinism's like the seven things of Calvinism or something. Anything like that is just faulty because the complexity of the spiritual realm it's so complex that you can't sum it up in like a short little book. If you were to sum it up, it would be what Christ did in the first 4 books of the New Testament, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. If you were going to sum it up, it would be become holy because God is holy. And that would be the ultimate sum of it. And then the 2 rules is like love God with all your heart, love your neighbor as yourself, and ye shall be holy because I am holy. And then the other one is if you love me, keep my commandments. And the commandments are not just like rules to control your life. They're literally things that you do to make sure that you get a good life. Like having rules to life is almost like the rules to gardening, where like if you don't follow the right steps and plant in the right season or water enough, you're not going to have a good yield. And that's how life is. The rules of the Bible are like you follow these rules and at the end you'll have all these fruits of your life. And that's really what it comes down to. It's if you could sum it up, that would be the simplest way to sum it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do you think that this shit is a part? Do you think that this is sanctioned by the Bible? Do you think that Jesus?
God, faith in what we're up to,
Hell
and
no.
faith in me to be their leader.
And Reverend, your journey to become a bishop has not been an easy one. You grew up in South Dakota. You talk about how you experienced religious.
Think about it, bro. They're on
firsthand,
ABC
and yet you
News.
say it was that brought you closer to God.
Absolutely.
I got one for you
being
though, real
able
quick.
to
Hold on. I'm about to grab.
rise
It's
through
hot
the
in my
depths.
garage, so I'm gonna grab a quick ice cream.
I need to get me a Coke real quick. I'll keep this playing. I'll be right back. Or I'll put something up. Shit, if you wanna.
Well, we cover one more thing if you want to dip off.
Yeah. Let's fuck with it.
Did you see that Vladimir Putin came out and he said that he opened up some secret vaults to find out that Jesus Christ was black and the apostles were black? Did you see all that?
No, I haven't. That is that some real shit,
You
or is
haven't?
that some? Is that King news?
Bro, that's some shit. Just a week ago, he did a whole press conference saying that he opened some secret vault with all this ancient artwork and stuff. You could pull it up on YouTube, and he sits there with all the stuff, and they opened a whole museum. This was just like a week ago, bro.
Okay, they have a little video. It's looking like. Let me see. I don't know. I do not believe Jesus is. Look. There's people that believe it's called the King movement. They think that the Vikings, ancient.
Even though a lot of us conspiracy theorists, us pro-black people, we been knew Jesus was black. We been knew Yahshua was black. We knew this. We already understood this and overstood this. It was the only genetically logical way that it could be.
I do believe in the wars, though.
But anyway, the majority or the average Christian.
Pause it real quick because I can't hear you good when the video's going.
I believe it. Have you heard about the Moors? They were like a sea traveling people back in the day, kind of before Columbus a little bit. I believe that they traveled to the U.S. I believe there are black people already here in the continental U.S., dude. They're called the Moors. That's why a lot of the Olmec statue heads have like African features on it, and these Moors are very powerful, and that's one of the main reasons why black people have kind of been treated like shit. I think too, because at the period of the time when the Moors were kind of getting kicked out of Spain and defeated and losing all their major power, all their colonies over here in the U.S. kind of lost power. They lost contact with the home base, and then boom. Whenever chatting, obviously black people are not the first and only people to be slaves, but I really feel like there's like the black people more have a power because Jesus Christ, that's a possibility he may have been black for real. And that's also the same reason maybe people from Ireland are treated like shit though too, because they say the Irish are the descendants of the Atlanteans. So
there's a chapter in the book of Deuteronomy about the curses that the Hebrew people would receive if they rejected Jesus when he came. And if you read this chapter,
one is it? Let me see.
Deuteronomy, Deuteronomy chapter 28. But I mean, it makes sense. Like, dude, I have genealogy books. Actually, the guy that baptized me, this dude was a Nigerian. He's like royalty in Nigeria, and he speaks the ancient Hebrew. And we went into this probably 10 years ago. I've been saying Jesus is black, and I have all the historical evidence. A lot of this stuff that Putin came out with is stuff that we've had this evidence and all this stuff for a long time. But the main reason Putin dropped this, it's a long chapter. I think probably the curses. It should tell you on the heading, the curses. Hold on, let me make you full screen so I can see it better. There we go.
It says the foreigners who reside among you will rise higher above you and higher, but you will sink lower and lower.
That don't sound like the Jews in Israel, does it?
Well, that sounds like fucking us here in the U.S.
Yeah. All right, here, read that starting at 45 right there. All these curses will come on you. They will pursue you and overtake you until you are destroyed because you did not obey the Lord your God and observe the commandments and decrees he gave you. They will be a sign and a wonder to you and your descendants forever because you did not serve the Lord your God joyfully and gladly in the time of prosperity. Therefore, in hunger and thirst and in nakedness and in dire poverty, you will serve the enemies of the Lord sends against you, and he will put iron yoke on your neck until he has destroyed you. The Lord will bring a nation against you from far away from the ends of the earth like an eagle. Like an eagle. Who's the eagle? Swooping down, a nation whose language you will not understand, a fierce-looking nation without respect for the old or pity for the young. They will devour the young of their livestock. Devour the young of their lives. He's talking about people there. Bro, everything is right here, bro. This book the Bible has been there so long, and people just have never wanted to. The Bible is the most distributed book in the world, and the least amount of people have read the book, to tell you the truth. Because the whole book, I could take you to another section in the book of Song of Solomon. What's up, Lady Smith?
Lady Smith.
In the book of Song of Solomon, it starts out saying, I am black but beautiful. Like that famous hip hop saying, black and beautiful. That comes from the Song of Solomon, which is part of the Old Testament.
So you're thinking the black.
It says, I am black but calmly. They wrote the whole Bible, bro. They're the first race. Adam was black. When you're not black, you just lost your melanin. Melanin is what makes people black, and white people are deficient in melanin. I could actually show you where the white race started in the Bible. I could show you where the Arab race started. Bro, half of this Bible is genealogies and family trees. Like, it's all in the Bible.
I am very dark but lovely. Oh, daughters of Jerusalem.
But lovely, the daughters of Jerusalem, like the tents of Kedar. Yeah. I could show you where it talks about Jesus's color, and it says that he has woolly hair and feet like burning brass. I mean, you got to remember, bro, Israel is in Africa. There's no such thing as the Middle East back then. That's a part of Africa. It's part of Northern Africa.
See, and do you think, what do you
Number
think,
5.
What did you think is going on? Like, how do you think that, so you don't think it has anything? So have you heard about the curse of Ham?
Look at number 6. So I could explain it all to you. Ham and
Japheth.
Right. So there were 3 brothers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Japheth, and I could show you all of. That's where the the Ashkenazi Jews. So like in this lineage that's in the book of Genesis, it also is in the book of Chronicles. Chronicles is the chronicling times and genealogies in the book of Chronicles. And the Ashkenaz is a son of Japhet. And we have today Ashkenazi Jews. Now, Ham and Shem were both black. All of them were originally black. The first race is black. That's a fact. We all are derivatives of that race.
So have you heard about, like, within the Black Hebrew Israelite movement, they believe that white people were created by a mad scientist to be used as some
That's
kind
wrong
of shit.
though. Listen, there's a lot of different. All right, it's almost like Christianity has 100 million different theologies, right? Like Protestant, Lutheran. The Black Hebrew Israelites are the same. They have a million different what they say is what. Okay, but everybody can be accepted into the kingdom. At the end of this salvation, there's two groups that get saved, and it says the tribe of Judah, which is Jesus Christ's tribe, everyone from the tribe of Judah, and Israel. And what Israel is, if you go to who God called Israel, it was Jacob. Jacob wrestled with God, and then God changed his name from Jacob to Israel. And the word Israel just means you have seen God face to face. You have come in contact with him and decided to follow him. That's what being Israel is. The land of Israel is nothing. The people that claim to be what they are. Now, I don't know if you've seen this, but go to Revelation chapter 3 or chapter 2, either one. It's in both of them.
Here. So the angel of the church in Ephesus, right?
All right, so just type in the Google search, because then the verse will just come up. But we could go through the chapter because I'm pretty sure it's in the beginning of it if you just click on any of them.
Look how this AI shit's doing the reading the story of Revelation 2. Has the right to eat.
Why does it stop at 8?
Look what it said.
Go back to. Amen. Go back up to search. I've never used Bing. And just type in Revelation. Those who say they are Jews and are not.
I wonder what it means by that, though. I'm curious by that. Those they say.
Those who say. There you go. Click that one. 3:9, and then it's also mentioned in chapter 2. But it basically says, I know thy works and thy poverties. Read it to you. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet and know that I have loved thee. What has Kanye been saying? What has Kyrie Irving been saying? Bro, this has been going on a long time. This is not new information. This is old information. The curses came upon... If you were just to say, hey, what race of the world is cursed? It should come right into your mind who that would be. Go ask 100 people what race would you, if you could choose to be any race, but just pick one race and you don't want to be that one, guess what most people would say?
What?
What do you think?
I feel like if I could be black, I would.
I would too, but I'm saying like majority of people, like when you look at these white liberals, right? They all couldn't stand to actually be black. They're all like justice, social justice, where they're all fake, right? But like if you ask a lot of people, if you go to India and ask them if they would want to be Africanist, they would say no way. Or Chinese, they don't like them either. Like you just know that they're the only place without a real nation.
Type of deal. Like
Now-
everybody in Africa.
Mhm.
But it's like a whole bunch.
So I
of
mean,
other
it's a long, bro. We could go into this one for hours, but Putin did come out and say, and the reason he came out and said it is because it does two things instantly. It says that everyone that's calling themselves a Jew in Israel is a liar. Y'all ain't from the tribe of Judah. You're not from the 12 tribes of Israel. Y'all don't belong in that land. And two, the Catholic Church is a liar and they whitewashed history. That's what he did in one fell swoop, letting you know that this, and he's been saying this is going to be a religious war. And this is all of that book is coming back around now.
Dude, no, because that's going to give everybody a reason to invade Israel. You're right. That's going to give everybody a reason. That's going to be the reason to justify it, especially after they blow up that dome on the rock.
It's going to be, bro, we are headed for real revelation.
Oh, that's crazy. Dude. At least the children will be taken up to heaven immediately. So that's how I look at it. I have a young boy. So I'd be tripping. I'd be like, at least he won't have to be here for like the apocalyptic shit.
He might be, bro.
You think the rapture? I heard that only kids
I don't believe in a rapture.
Really? You think
Yeah,
it's gonna
not
be
at all.
like just Judgment Day is gonna happen, and then after that, it's gonna go through hell?
I mean, I believe in like the instant, like when Christ will instantly transform us into like spiritual bodies out of our, because Paul talks about you have different bodies. You have a physical body, you have a spiritual body, and I believe there will be that transformation, but I think everybody's going through the tribulation, bro. Do you know what these people, you're talking about the people that were slaves in Egypt. You're talking about their whole land was invaded. You're talking about he put curses on them to say that they're going back in slavery and change. And you think that all of a sudden a lot of these people are going to get skipped out of tribulation? Everybody's going to go through it, bro, because how do you make a diamond, man? It goes through the fire and comes out a diamond. Pressure. He wants to find the ones, this whole life and this whole trial of life is to be a test unto who really loves me enough to sacrifice enough to be with me. And that's the ultimate love. It's really the ultimate Romeo and Juliet between us and God. Like, how much will you give up? How much love do you have for God? The creator of you, the creator of your world, the creator that blessed you and all the blessings, the mind you have. Like, can you see it, or do you take all that stuff and just be like, man, it's crap. I come from pond scum. I live on a spinning ball flying through space that means nothing. And just disregard all of these little things that God did to give us everything we need to have an awesome life. But everybody takes that and throws it in the trash can, and they bitch about little stuff. And it comes down to like, imagine you as a husband, right? Like, you're the husband and your wife. That's a symbol of God and us. We're the wife and he's the husband. But imagine a husband that's not this filthy rich guy who just like is like, hey, here's $1 million a year to do what you want, go on your private boat. Where you have a normal life, and as a wife, you have all these duties to your husband. You have all this respect that you should give your husband. And that's the symbol of us and God, is like, we are the symbol of his wife, and we have to glorify him. And the more we glorify him, the more that relationship is honored in the world, you know?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's a very good way to put it. A lot, I feel like a lot of times we're more like the story of we're like Gomer. We're like Gomer, and what was the guy that was married to Gomer? God like used that as an example of the relationship between him and Israel and the human race. But like,
I forget.
But no, that's badass.
But yeah, there's Well, he calls us the bridegroom in the book of Revelations. He talks about he is the groom coming to meet the bridegroom. And that's what this whole second coming is. It's a wedding ceremony. It's between us. Like we've been washing ourselves clean and white, putting on that white dress to get ready for the wedding. And when Christ comes back, it's a wedding between us and Christ where we finally get to meet our husband. And, you know, he going to take care of us.
For real, okay. So I can get down with that. Have you ever seen this? Have you ever seen an AI? I've never seen a good animation of the apocalypse. Dude, AI has to say.
Well,
that.
I wouldn't trust it, but I'll watch it.
Decides who will go to heaven and who will be cast into hell. On Judgment Day, it is believed that Jesus will come back to earth. This won't be a quiet return. It will be powerful and glorious.
See, we got the white Jesus with the long hair.
Oh yeah, everybody's
white angels.
Jesus has come back.
Everybody's white.
Yeah.
Jesus will look like the great king from heaven. The sky will change, and everyone.
I can show you in Isaiah where it says Jesus was so ugly no one would look upon him.
They, along with everyone who is still alive, will gather before God. This is when the judgment will start. Jesus will be like a king sitting.
I heard he was based off the picture of some Italian guy.
Everyone will stand before him.
Yeah, Caesar Borgia.
Everything we have ever done.
Da Vinci made a painting of Caesar Borgia's son, who was like a deep pedophile. And that picture is of his son, who's a pedophile. The Borgias. There's a whole show on Netflix called The Borgias.
Yeah, dude, that's back whenever
people will be judged based on their actions and whether they chose to accept God's love and forgiveness. Those who have followed Jesus and have asked for forgiveness for the wrong things they've done will be invited to live in the world called heaven. Heaven is described as a beautiful place where there is no sadness, pain, or
There's not one black person in this video. They took them all out.
Turn away from his love. The Bible says they will be separated from God and won't be able to live in heaven. This part of Judgment Day
the one thing is about what our culture actually is our culture is the Bible, bro. Humanity's culture is not. I don't care if you're Irish. I don't care if you're Italian. Like, I'm Italian, bro. My family comes from a Roman Catholic, strict Italian cultural background, and culture's kind of all right. Like, people take pride in their culture, right? Which pride is what in the Bible? Pride is one of the 7 deadly sins. Pride. So when people attach themselves to their culture, the original Hebrews of the Bible, the lineage of Shem that led to the birth of Christ, that is supposed to be our culture. It's a holy culture of how we should dress, how we should eat, how we should talk, how we should treat each other. Now, obviously the first group of people failed at that, and their blessing was taken away from them. But that's ultimately, as human beings, when you go to meet this groom, right? Like, put it this way. If you had a wife and she was preparing for a wedding, what type of stuff would you want your wife doing on the way to this wedding? Would you want her sleeping with other people? Would you want her going to strip clubs and looking at stuff she shouldn't look at when she's on her way to marry you? And then, you know, so like our whole culture is built around this holiness of how do you prepare? Like, what would you want your woman doing when she walks down that aisle? Would you want to know that a month ago she was doing X, Y, Z, this and that? Or would you want to think she was thinking about me the whole time? She was making this dress. She was getting ready in holiness and thinking about me and thinking about our future and our life together, you know?
Definitely wouldn't want her to be fucking doing XYZ then coming over to me and shit.
Yeah, exactly. So,
and
I
that's
mean,
why I think
and I really don't get caught up on race.
You don't get caught up on race. See, whenever I'm drinking.
No, I mean, I like but the truth is the truth. Like, history did happen. Christ was here in a fleshly body. His mother was definitely somebody. His grandparents. The first page of the New Testament is all his relatives. The first page of Matthew and the first it's either I think the third chapter of Luke is his lineage in the Bible. It has relevance. Now, is that changing what you should do as being obedient to God? Not at all. But it has relevance, and the truth does always matter. That's the way I look at stuff.
How many things are put out there to take away from your belief in God? You know.
Oh man, tons.
I went a little squirrel just now. You're blowing my mind.
I think what really hit me, Pilgrim, what really hit me was when you said that Ephesians verse, where you said like we shouldn't even be talking about that stuff they do in the darkness. That's how sweet and holy and washed clean we should be. And that's tough, bro. I can't lie, bro. It's a hard walk. I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
It's like they don't. It's like you really shouldn't be worried about the end of the world too much, really. You know, because like the end of the world is a good thing, and it's not supposed to matter. I heard somebody saying that before, whenever I first started this, because if the end of the world happens, that's not necessarily a bad thing for you, because you're gonna go up to be with Christ Jesus. And this, here's the New Jerusalem.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't worry about it. Honestly, all my preparation is just to make sure my kids are safe. That's really why I prep every day. It's why I stay up all night some nights. I just don't want my kids to fall into the hands of the wicked, bro. I want to present them to him myself.
I think how good it is.
All my preparations for them.
In Proverbs, it says if you raise your children up in the right ways, that they'll remember that their whole life. Do that when they're older.
Yep.
If you do teach some bad shit, they'll remember that their whole life too. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, I think it has something to do with like imprinting. Like you imprint onto your kids a certain way of life and a certain spirit. And that's where generational curses and stuff come in. I can't lie, bro. That's one of the reasons I quit smoking. I used to smoke herb every day, 4 or 5 blunts a day. And my dad also smoked. And when I was young, if I didn't have bud, who do you think I went and took bud from, where I knew where his stash was and everything, right? So I didn't want my kids seeing me like that, or me smelling like that, or any of that. Like, I just wanted to set a good example for them, bro. I prayed for years. It took me until my 3rd child, when my wife was pregnant with our 3rd child, for me to just quit cold turkey one day. I still dip, and I wish I didn't dip, but sometimes I just need that.
Yeah, it's hard to. I feel like if somebody doesn't do, like, you're supposed to be like completely like pure of doing anything like that's affecting your body. But I feel like if somebody doesn't do one thing, they're psycho. Like if they don't drink soda, if they don't, something, you gotta have one bad thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, ain't no way nobody can be, And so your thing
dip and coffee, bro.
Yeah, I like soda, cigarettes, and I also smoke weed. I feel like those are, but I work out.
One of the other reasons I quit smoking, bro, is like I was a prime athlete when I was young. And I think I would have been even more prime if I never smoked at all. And now that I'm getting older, bro, I can't chief like that and still go bust down like the 20-year-old kids that have never smoked. Like, you got to remember, in SHTF comes, you may have a bunch of 20-year-olds that can run for days and can kick ass. Like, you can have all the guns you want, but you got it. Your body is your temple and you only get one. So like me quitting smoking, I feel my lungs so much better, bro. I breathe better. I sleep better. I don't know. Like, bro, I used to smoke where like I'd smoke before bed, 3-4 blunts. And like, it's almost like you didn't sleep. Like you wake up a little groggy. You don't dream. You never have dreams when you smoke. it just like suppresses a lot of shit. And like I still think that bud is really good for certain stuff. Like I think it is a medicine and a herb put here. But I think that it's so good that it's easily abused.
Oh yeah, I don't think people should smoke weed until they're at least like 25. You know, I mean, I started smoking weed when I was like 13. I think.
Me too, bro. Me too.
You know, and I think it was with some of my older uncles. They're like 18 or 19.
Cash me in a tree, Fernan.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it is a medicine, man. I can't lie. It's I think it's probably the world's greatest medicine. I think marijuana is the world's greatest medicine. I think we haven't even tapped into its potential because we use it culturally different than probably how people did in ancient times.
You don't think there's?
I also think they probably were, but I think that they were so focused on survival that they were more like when they got around the Indian circle, you know what I mean? Or like in a group setting where people are doing stuff. And I think that it's you can easily do good or you can easily fall into bad doing it. You know, I think that it actually makes you more in tune with the spiritual world, but it also makes you more susceptible to things in the spiritual world.
You see, and I believe that. Yeah, I see. And what about all the? What's your opinion on shamans and cavemen? Bullshit, or do you think that they have some kind of place in reality? I mean, you eating them snacks making me want to
I
snack.
think they were similar to doctors today. I think they were probably
like the medicine men
they
they
used to be. I agree, Leslie. Not only that, but think about the strains. Think about the strains you have today compared to ancient times with just a Reggie growing off a bush.
I heard they still have
You
that
know?
shit in North Korea on the side of the they can smoke weed in North Korea. I heard. Call me. You would think that'd be crazy, but I heard that it grows on the side of the fucking.
Bro, I've had a lot of health benefits from quitting smoking, bro. A lot of health benefits from quitting. I smoked so much, bro, that like my body odor smells different since I haven't smoked. It'll be 1 year for me in May, 12 months straight. And bro, I'm talking about I smoked multiple times a day for 20 plus years.
See, I'm at the
My
point
body
right
odor
now,
smells better. Like,
and you feel like, do you have any kind of like weird brain fog, or are you feeling good now? Did you have one after you quit?
I feel the same with that. Like I was the type where I could smoke and go play basketball for 3 hours or hit the gym, or like it made me want to clean. Like I never felt the brain fog. It never like stopped me from doing stuff. I actually started using it a lot because I was into bodybuilding a lot, and it actually helps with muscle like recovery and resting when you're not lifting or when you lift a lot and break your muscles down. But I do feel like a sharpness. I feel more sharp. Like, dude, there's nights where like I'm like I smoked 3 blunts, and if someone broke in my house, I'd be like I'd still get the job done, I think, but I feel sharper now.
Like
I feel more like I could fuck something up faster. You know, like almost like you would take your dog and get your dog high. It's the same thing with like a guard dog, right? If you were to want to calm that guard dog down, what would you do? You could feed that motherfucker an edible. He's going to be a lot more docile and chill. But when you don't smoke, you're back to that warrior, like ready to fuck shit up all the time.
See, and there's stuff. A lot of times when I'll be really high, I will feel caught off guard easily. You know, I will feel kind of like, you know, let's say somebody wants to get a jump on you, you'll be more like, you know, but someone kicked my door in, I'd be tripping. You know what I say?
You have a better chance if someone's high as fuck, right?
Yeah. So
Like if you were gonna get on somebody, wouldn't you rather they be high as fuck than sitting there totally sober, ready to fuck shit up?
you'd be looking for somebody, you'd be like, if you knew somebody was totally sober and like kind of like straight, you'd be like not want to fuck with them.
Yeah.
I'm
bro,
about to
I
go.
can't lie, dog. Like weed is such a good magical herb that once you fall in a relationship with it, bro, it's hard to, bro. It was hard for me. It took months before I broke the urge. I actually would smoke cigars. I would get the fat cigars. I have a brother and my dad, they smoke cigars. I would take their cigars and like I wouldn't smoke them every night, but I had always smoked cigars sometimes. Since I was like 18, my uncle taught me how to smoke cigars. And like while I was quitting, if I was like just tripping, I'd be like, man, I'm gonna go out back and have a cigar. And it would help. And then one of the other things I really did to help me quit, this was the biggest factor. Bro, every night when that time period where I would chill and smoke, prep my stuff, I'd organize my stuff, I'd take my guns apart, I'd clean my guns, I would, bro, and 3-4 hours would go by. I'd be like, damn, I can barely stay awake. It's 3-4 in the morning, and I've been taking apart a couple guns, cleaning this, changing the molly pouches on my kit, loading magazines, taking magazines apart, cleaning the insides of them, like just making everything even better with my time. And then I valued that time. I'm like, damn, bro, I used to sit outside and get eaten up by mosquitoes. And then I'd have to shower because I didn't want to touch my kids after I just got done pining blunts. And I'd be like, I'm not going to touch my newborn baby reeking of carcinogens and shit. So I would shower. Then I would have to put on new clothes. And now I'm washing clothes twice as much because I'm smoking. And, I really don't miss any of that shit.
It's even better, now, right? I bet you like your whole like, yeah. See that I feel like the tobacco things would be harder than quitting weed for me, honestly.
Yeah,
what I'm saying
tobacco does give you that edge a little bit. Like if that's one of the things with dip is like I'm up dipping. If someone came in my house, I'd fucking rip them up because tobacco does give you like a bit of edge.
I heard Stephen King say that he's right and was not as on point in his opinion after he quit smoking cigarettes because he used to smoke cigarettes and that when he was writing It and Carrie and all of his classic shit. But after that, he kind of fell off in his opinion.
I mean, Stephen King was definitely in these secret societies, wasn't he?
So, like his shit, the original copy of It.
I know, I see him up there.
It is sick. It's like it's pretty sick. The shit in the book is different than the movie. So this is a good book I'm reading right now.
Stuff?
YouTube video up on this. I haven't even I've been having this shit for about a year and I haven't even been able to finish reading it. But
what's that one? Blood
Meridian. The guy that wrote this book, Cormac McCarthy, he's fucking a gangster, dude. That book, that book is like one of the most fucking books of all time.
Bro, I have a stacked library. Stacked.
Dude, what kind of shit do you like? I'm more into like fantasy. I'm like into westerns. I'm into like medieval shit.
I mean, so
I got my shit.
Bro, when I was young, I was like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings all day, every day. I probably watched Lord of the Rings more times than any movie in the history of the world. I would get blazed and watch Lord of the Rings just about every damn night before I go to bed. Those two, and then I went down the rabbit hole of Flat Earth, and I realized that space is a humongous propaganda machine. And then I got out of fantasy and I started diving into history, biblical history, because bro, history is as wild as fantasy. So like if you study a lot of history, you'll be like, this is as crazy as any fantasy book I ever read, except now I'm actually learning stuff that's real. And a lot of fantasy is taken out of history stuff.
Sorry for sure. Man, yeah, I believe in the Nephilim. I believe the mountain. I believe in the mud flood situation. I believe in the secret society has been in existence since the time of Cain, and it's been because remember it says there were other people. Who are these other people that were here whenever Cain was cursed and walking around? You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's
Well,
connected.
it does say in the Bible that Adam and Eve had many children. It doesn't name anyone besides Cain, Abel, and Cain, Abel, and is it Seth?
Or Zeth. Maybe a Z or S.
Seth. No, it's SETH. I'm sorry, was their third. So Cain and Abel, Cain killed Abel. They had another son named Seth. But they had daughters. They had tons of children, bro. They lived 900 years, bro. I'm 33. I got 3 kids. Do you know how, bro, in 900 years, these people were healthy. They were healthier. When he made the first human, bro, the genome that this man made was like LeBron James on steroids. You know what I mean? Like, imagine LeBron James, but could live 900 years and even healthier than what you see LeBron as, right? Like, that's the type of prototypical first humans that, huh?
I said, yeah, and he was when you mentioned LeBron James, I was like, he was a Black Adam. or African Adam.
Pretty much, right?
Type of situation. Because honestly, if you look at it too, Black people are, I don't want to sound racist, but it seems like they're more athletically inclined as a whole than your average, like, white person. I feel like,
I feel
Or
like,
different kinds
and
of
I'm just gonna say, like, white people are just as athletic as black people. Culturally, though, for the last 1,000 years, they've been living white people have lived, in majority, a more sedentary lifestyle based on books, their smarts, because they live in colder regions naturally, right? So, like, the story of where the white race comes from is the Caucasus Mountains. Esau, the twin brother of Jacob, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob's twin brother Esau is the progenitor of the Roman Empire and Persian. He had 3 wives, 2 Persian and a white one. And one of his lineage is the fathers of the Roman Empire, Greeks, and Persia. And you have to remember, when you're up in that north area, right? When you're in the hot climate, it's like the athletes. Where do you go get the best football players? Texas and Florida. Why? They play year round. What happens when people live up north? They're hiding in castles. They're figuring out ways to survive that aren't outside, that aren't being active, that are storing things versus going to pick fresh fruit off the tree and climbing it. When you add that up over hundreds and hundreds of years, you're going to get a race that's a little stronger. You're going to get people that come from this region that are built more for speed, for being athletic. And then you're going to get the thinkers and philosophers that come from up there because they ain't got shit to do besides sitting there in the snow when it's snowing,
Dude,
We're all pretty much equal, bro. If you start out from birth and y'all live the same life, you're going to come out pretty close to the same. There's white boys, bro. I used to be one. I had a 45-inch bird. I was the white kid at 6 foot that was in the high school dunk contest. I used to dunk with 2 hands, bro. I could throw it off the glass, catch it with 2 hands, and dunk it at 6 feet tall. Like, white people can be just as athletic, but you gotta train your genetics. And they have just been, through their genetic line, have been doing it longer than most white people. That's all it is.
Or maybe it's a cultural thing too.
Yeah. Just in America, a lot of white kids are inside playing video games and black kids are outside playing basketball. Like, now it's balancing out now because stuff is more accessible. But like when I was growing up, that was the case. Like when I went to go play basketball, it was filled with black kids and all my white friends wanted to sit inside and play video games or go to the movies or because they had money to do other things too, where some of my poorer friends, they were like, let's get a basketball and go to the park.
Now, I believe, I also believe that, like, in some parts, like, it seems like it's based on some of these videos I've seen on Twitter. I wouldn't want to say my Twitter side, but it seems like they are more, like, children raised in, like, urban environments are more likely to be raised in violence. They're more likely to be put down and yelled at. And that's, I think, and a lot of white children are not raised that way. And that's why a lot of times it's always a shock to them whenever they get fucking. Yeah, that's why you got to teach your kids how to fight. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, bro.
we're raising our kids with love and respect, but that doesn't mean that we can't teach them how to fight. Still, you know, like,
Yeah, bro.
and that's
You
not,
gotta
you know,
have an edge in this world, bro. The world is never gonna coddle you like your parents, and if your parents coddle you're not prepared for the world. Now, your job as a parent is to make them tough enough to handle what is coming when they get out of your protection. You know, so like part of it is being tough. You got to be tough because you got to teach discipline is the ultimate key to everything in life.
So it's like exactly, and that's something as my boy's getting older, it's kind of hard to learn.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
not hard to
when
learn.
you
But
have one, I think it's even harder.
you think so? What do you think that for?
Because as a parent, when we had one, it was like all the attention's on that one. They get into less trouble because they don't have other ones around them they're trying to impress or they're trying to like do something with. Like it's just the same. Like you put people in a group, they're more tendency to do stuff, right? And when you have that group, there's competition, there's them fighting amongst each other over stuff. Then you have the parents who get frustrated more because you're like, I got multiple kids out here doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing. When you got one, you can just correct it easy, right? You could have a simple, this is, hey, correct it. But when you got 3 or 4 going nuts, you got to pop one of them so that the rest of them see, oh shit, if we stop at it, if we better, I don't want that, you know? So like, it's a totally different dynamic when you have one. Than when you have multiple. Like multiple, if that first one gets out of line, it'll get the rest of them out of line. Like you got to keep the first one in line to keep the next one in line, and they all go their way. But like when you put them in a group, bro, it's like riot time for little ones. You got to riot control that shit.
My boy's been getting crazy. You give him one piece of candy or some shit like that, he goes completely psychotic, starts running around like a maniac. So we're having to hold him off on no candy.
Yeah, sugar. Mine do the same thing, bro. They can't have sugar.
That shit, yeah. So it sucks because I like to eat candy and shit, but it's like I'm gonna like kind of fucked up be like, don't do that whenever I'm eating it and shit. Fucking over here. So, but it's still kind of
It's the same thing with smoking. You gotta hide that shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like I see my whole thing with like my weed situation, that is a little bit that's hidden. But my cigarette situation is I vape, I do the liquids, which is not necessary, which is more potent, but it is also, you know, no smell, nothing like that. But yeah, the cigarette shit is definitely got me fucked up. Which is I'm wanting to go smoke a cigarette now. I might end this. But we can do this again soon if you want to.
Yeah, bro. We've been rocking. I'll leave you with one because I when I worked in bars and restaurants and stuff, and everyone would go out take a smoke break. I smoked plenty of cigarettes in my day. But as a kid, bro, my dad would smoke in the car with us, bro. Both of my parents smoked cigarettes. And my dad would smoke that shit in the car, bro. And I remember being a kid sticking my head out the window like, this shit's fucking horrible. Like when you smoke, you're used to it. But I just never as a kid, and then my parents owned a restaurant. So like back when I was growing up, you could smoke in restaurants. I remember that shit bothering the fuck out of me, being like, I can't believe I'm breathing this shit in, bro. These motherfuckers don't give a fuck. I gotta breathe this shit in. And I never wanted to do that shit to my kids, bro.
Yeah, dude. Hell no. So smoking cigarettes for kids in the car, that's fucked up. I feel like smoking them in the house in the same room is fucked up. I don't know. I think vaping, I draw a line at vaping. You know, as I don't feel like I mean, we don't know about what's up with the whole vaping shit yet, but to me, I'm like, it's vapor. I knew somebody that smoked cigarettes. They smoked outside of their house, though. But I hit a vape inside of their house, and he's like, don't hit the vape in the house. And I was like, okay, but I'm thinking, it's fucking water. You know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what
it still got something in it, right? Because if it didn't have nothing in it, you wouldn't smoke that bitch. So it's got something in there, but
nicotine free, I'm thinking about going to
The
Louisiana.
other thing is just them watching you blow smoke out and thinking that shit looks cool. Will trigger in their mind like, yo, I want to do that shit one day. I want to blow smoke out my mouth like a dragon. You know what I mean? Like as a kid, that's kind of the way you think about it. You're like, man, that shit looks kind of cool, bro. I want to try that. And so I really been trying, like, bro. I dip in front of my kids, and my daughter will spit sometimes. She'll be like, yo, can I spit in that cup? And I'm like, damn, bro, you're a girl. Girls don't spit. Like, you don't need to be spitting. So I even regret that shit. And it's just like the littlest of shit affects your kids, bro.
She did. My girlfriend's aunt, she's like 80-something years old or some shit right now, or like 70. I think she's 69. She's on her deathbed, but she dips. Shooting like she dips like skull kind of shit, fighting tobacco, whatever you want to call that.
Country
shit.
dogs.
Yeah, and
She
that's
must be from the South.
Yeah, it's in Tennessee type of deal. And no, yeah, that's crazy. But no, girls and shit, we'll do that shit, dude. Like probably like that's, but she's an older lady and shit. But I ain't never met no chick in like around like my age who does that shit. Have you in your life met a chick around your age doing that shit, dude?
Nah, I know some women that smoke cigars. I know that's more like down in Florida, bro. Like Cuban people, they'll have a cigar or whatnot. But yeah, nah, I don't know too many women that dip. That's that cowboy shit.
Yeah, dude. But dude, guys, thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna end with the song. Red Dawn, y'all fucking fuck with him. I'm sure anybody that fucks with me is fucking with him already. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta fuck with each
Well,
other.
there's about 600 something to y'all that's not. So if you're not following your boy, give me a follow. Pilgrim, bro, I appreciate you having me on, man. About time we chopped it up. And yeah, bro, it was a good one, man. I think we could do this many times.
Fuck yeah, dude. We'll do this a lot more because a lot of times I'll be wanting to do lives, but my buddies won't be available, and I like doing it with people, and I feel like we have we do have some good chemistry. Thank you, Lady Smith. Thank you, Leslie. Fucking thank you, Cherokee. Thank you, Militant Roots. Thank you, Michigan Outpost, and thank you, Camo Carl. But yeah, we chop it up. It was good as fuck. That was chill. I like being able to do this thing with you right here. This whole little like.
That's dope. You should do that with the switchboard.
Coming to my PS5 too soon as well.
Oh,
So.
are we still live? Are we still
Yeah,
live?
we're live. I want to play a song, but we don't have to end it though. We can still talk some more and shit. But I'm gonna play the song.
Cool.
Like, this shit ain't gonna get monetized.
Thanks for coming by, Lady Smith.